We're live.
We're live. Try not to create any
big
memes.
Not really, I get it, but I'm always. That's such a big.
Go ahead and call this meeting to order. Start with the roll call.
Executive Director Brian Messmore,
Here.
President Brian Johnson,
President,
Vice President Lenny Fryman,
Here.
Secretary Kevin Schaefer is absent, Member Janie Wilson. Here. Member Richard Richardson,
Present.
School Board Member Aaron Shepard. Here. City Attorney Del Walton.
Here.
all right, thank you. We'll start the meeting. We'll go ahead and get approval for the previous meeting on the minutes. A motion.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we'll go with announcements. Director Messmore, you have any announcements?
I have none this evening.
All righty. Moving on to financial report, Ms. Hermish.
Yes, as of March 6th, the balance for redevelopment is $1,173,471.65.
Thank you very much. Motion for approval?
Oh, we don't need a motion.
Don't need a motion.
Nope.
You don't need one?
That.
Start with new business then. Director Messmore.
New business. Okay, in your packets, we have the April TIF reporting requirement presented to you by Reedy Financial on behalf of the Lawrenceburg Redevelopment Commission. It's in there for your review. It is also a requirement that we provide this every year. I don't really have anything to comment on. I mean, although it does show the downtown entertainment district and also the Lawrenceburg Business Corridor District. And that's the one that we'll be able to start seeing revenues coming in from that new district. So, any questions, let us know, and if we can't answer them, we'll get our contact at Reedy to provide the answers as required.
Good, thank you.
Do we need to do anything with that, Kelly?
Nope.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of stuff on here, but it's pretty straightforward, and so let's roll. 236 East High. If you will recall, this is an FYI. That's the lot on East High, obviously, the smaller lot. I did have a call from a developer who has a buyer, and they have a plan. And it appears it will meet all the requirements, but it has not been submitted yet to Low Miller for his approval to come forward to us. So that's been a slow mover, so we'll see what happens.
Maybe next meeting we'll have a little bit more. Huh?
Hope so. Okay.
I got a question about that, Brian. I never thought about it when we was having our discussion, but is that close to the levee? Is we going to have a problem with them? Where that house is going to go in there? Because I know it's a pretty small lot.
We will have a problem.
We won't have one?
I do not believe that we will have a problem.
Okay.
Any other questions regarding that property? On to the next.
All right, 533 West High. We have approved this house plan before. I don't know that we need to take another vote or anything. The only difference is the buyer has asked that it be all brick instead of just our minimum requirement of 40% brick. I just advising the board that plan has changed and it still meets all requirements as noted. We don't need a vote, do we?
I mean, I think that the plan has changed, but it's changed in a way that still conforms to our requirements.
Yeah, it exceeds.
We voted on the original plan.
Yeah.
So I would have them just vote to allow this change in that context.
Please. So I'm looking for a motion to approve this exterior plan change, which is just going from the 50% brick to 100% brick, all four sides.
I'll make a motion.
Richard, second.
I'll second.
Janie, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Thank you. Wasn't sure about that, but now we're all informed.
Go ahead.
Okay, 229 Mary. There's a home over there that is basically condemned structurally, and health department It was purchased by an individual who really wasn't aware of what kind of shape it was in, and he has, I've been contacted, and he is willing to sell it to us for $24,000. I do not have a written agreement or anything to present, but this is just the first step to pursuing this, perhaps. It would obviously be an acquisition, demo, and then we would put the lot on the market for sale. We've already done environmental testing over there, and it is good to go. There's no remediation required. I will also tell you that there is a private individual trying to accomplish the same thing. And I would prefer to let them proceed and us not do anything. But in the event, I mean, it's a complicated process for a buyer. So in the event that they do not complete that transaction, I'm looking for a vote to move forward with that acquisition and demo, and obviously I would come back with appropriate documentation.
So is there a threshold that we can, we don't have to do the average of 2 appraisals?
That's,
If it's at under 25, is that
Mr.
correct?
Weldon,
No?
would you like?
Yeah, that's right. 25.
So basically, just if it comes back to the next meeting, then we'll have to vote on it? Or do we need to take a vote on it now to give you
I would take a vote on it
authority
now.
to move forward?
I would take a vote now, but I'm not going to get in the way of private transactions. But if that falls through, we'll start the wheels on this. We'll get a purchase agreement together and let Dell look at it, and I'll have it ready for you.
Question I've got on that, the lot beside it, but both them lots going together?
No,
They're not. It's just
Not
the
that I
house
know
with the lot.
not that I know of.
Okay.
Our only interest would be to remove that blighted structure and provide that lot, make that lot available for construction. And there is considerable demand for lots
Yeah.
and construction.
All right, so we'll entertain a motion to go ahead and give Mr. Messmore the authority to proceed with the purchase. As long as it's at the 24,000, and he will bring the meeting, he would supply the documentation required, and we can make it official then. But at this time, we'll go ahead and entertain a motion to move forward with it.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Mr. Ryman, second.
I'll second.
Janie Wilson, second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
I'll abstain.
Roll call. Lenny Fryman,
Yay.
Kevin Schaefer,
Abstain.
Richard Richardson,
Yes.
Janie Wilson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion passes. Next would be the Zion Church parking lot. Mr. Messmore?
Okay, in your packets, you have a picture, and this is the lot over on Short Street. We have a parking lot there that's on the corner where the Rabbit used to be. Is everybody familiar with where I'm talking about? Okay, if you notice on that, the next parking lot over to the north is what I'm referring to as the Zion Church parking lot. If you notice to the south of their lot, just on the edge, there are 3 parcels that intrude upon that parking lot. So whenever there's developmental interest in that lot, there's the fact that we have to go through this process of splitting, because they're gonna need that parcel to do anything on that lot. Or they're gonna need that 10 or 15 feet, whatever it is. It's cumbersome when you're talking to somebody about the fact that we've gotta go through the process of surveying, splitting these 3 and consolidating them back into one to even potentially make it available to the developer as a contribution to the project. So what I'm asking for today is for us, for me, to proceed with getting that cleaned up so that it's one unique parcel. In the event, sometime in the future, somebody wants to do something with that, it will not be as complicated and cumbersome in the initial conversation that we had.
So is part of that lot on our property?
Yes, a very small sliver.
Okay, and we would be giving that,
I'm keeping it. We're keeping that property. We're just merely getting it down to one bin parcel, surveyed and easily transferable upon your wishes if a development opportunity would ever come.
okay.
Just trying to simplify it
I follow you.
and make it easier to get something to market in the event that we have that opportunity again.
Is there current interest in the property?
There is always a small level of interest in the property, yes,
Okay,
because it's got a for sale sign on it.
right.
Anybody else have any questions regarding? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Richardson, second.
I'll second.
Put that back in your packet. I don't know what I lost
Mr. Schaefer for
my
the
whole
second.
packet on the way down here.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
No, I got it.
Motion
The front
passes.
page, nothing else. I don't know what happened. Thank you.
Next on the
Appreciate your help.
agenda is Maple Street.
Yeah, I'm looking for a motion to table that this evening. I'm not prepared as I thought I would be to continue that discussion this evening.
A motion,
The table.
table. Ms. Wilson, second.
I second.
Lenny? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty. Motion passes, table. Next on the agenda is Durban Plaza.
Oh, yeah, Durbin Plaza. Okay, so we had our retreat a couple weeks ago, and I discussed Durbin Plaza with the council, the elected officials, to give them an opportunity to weigh in on the future of that property. Whatever happens there, it's going to be a combination of Lawrenceburg Redevelopment Commission, Lawrenceburg City Council, and a developer. So we're all partners in this. So what I'm going to recommend is this evening is that we submit one more time for tax credit housing on that property. But in addition to that, I will be seeking development ideas in the event that it does not succeed. So it's a parallel path summer, year. So I've already spoken with one developer, just because he happened to be here on another issue, so I tagged him on that one just to play it off as somebody for simulation purposes. And we can talk about what those opportunities are throughout the year.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions?
And we will go with Flaherty and Collins again.
All right. All right,
Do I need a motion to proceed?
I would imagine.
Tax credit?
Yeah. Yep.
Please.
I'll take a motion, please.
I'll make that motion.
Lenny, motion, second.
I'll second.
Janie, second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, thank you. Moving on to old business. Director Messmore, Main Street report, please.
Well, the Main Street report is in your packet. There's a lot of interest out there. There's a lot of small businesses that are, the card shop just opened and they're submitting applications. Homeowners are submitting applications for residential paint and facade. Everything else is on the report if you have any specific questions, but
I'd like to make a request that the new Main Street director shows up at a meeting.
All right.
Introduces herself and
and I'm sorry,
gets
I should
familiar.
have done that.
That's all right.
I should have done that.
Well,
Kelly, would you put her on the agenda?
anybody else have any questions regarding the Main Street report? All right,
I do have one additional item for old business.
sure.
I would like to, we have, 1, 2, 3, probably 4, potentially 5 new homes in construction this year, various states of construction and development. And I would like to move $70,000 from our fund to Main Street for the, I keep wanting to call it a first-time home
New
buyer.
home purchase.
New home purchase program. And that's the 10% up to 35,000. And right now, we're on a roll of plus $350,000 homes.
So we want to reappropriate some money or just,
An additional 70.
okay.
That'll get us that'll get us through the next couple.
So we want to move $70,000 from the redevelopment fund to the Main Street fund for the new
Home purchase.
home purchase program.
Yeah.
Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Schaefer, second.
Second.
Mr. Fryman, second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. All right. Anybody else have any old business? If not,
I have a question.
Yes.
Last year, I thought you were going to say something. Last year, toward the end of the year, one of the councilmen came and asked about having a meeting, a dual meeting between the Redevelopment Commission and the City Council to discuss the EDA agreements with the downtown businesses. And you had mentioned that that was going to be at the first quarter of this year. We're at the end of that. I just wondered if we were still planning on moving forward with the meeting or not.
I don't know. I will put that in my notes and follow up with you.
All right.
Thank you, though. You're talking about the city-owned buildings.
Correct.
I have one other additional question regarding the M&M investment property that we maybe possibly overpaid them.
It's been correct
It has been corrected as of last Friday, is that right?
as of last Friday.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
So, yeah. Yeah, and it really was not an error on our part. We did submit the correct
Or their
documentation.
part, no one did, they didn't do anything wrong. It's-
No, they didn't. It was just.
I just want to make sure it's settled and it's,
That account accrued a bunch of interest, and we just didn't account for it, so when we made the disbursement,
We thought we were dispersing
We gave
up to
them the
300.
interest.
It was dispersing what was remaining.
yeah. So we made
Made
some
money
money on it.
We made money on that.
God bless you.
Thank you.
But that wasn't anything.
yeah, I just
M&M
wanted to make
did
sure
or-
that it had
yeah.
been fixed and had been accounted for.
That's what
No,
I
it's
thought
good.
Rick was gonna ask.
That's what I did too. That's why I asked.
I had asked about that earlier. I had already gotten the question on that one.
I was shocked. I didn't, when I first saw it, I was like, what the heck happened here? And
Yeah.
it just,
It took us a minute to,
I
Trace
was
it.
surprised that it grew that much interest in that short amount of time, but
That was the most surprising part, the amount of interest that we got off of that.
look at us. We're full of good news on
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
All right, that's all I have for
we didn't
old
really
business.
make money, but
it. That's the way I like it.
Anybody else, any old business? Are we good there?
And just on that note, the attorneys are beginning the discussion about moving on to phase 2 in that project. So we'll have that discussion at the appropriate time.
Attorneys muddy the water on everything. don't
Oh yeah, I'm already cranky about it.
Yeah,
they?
you know,
See how fast I went from positive to negative.
you hope for the best, but you plan for the worst.
That's right. We're cruising over there. It's a good thing, knock on wood.
Yeah.
All right,
That
next,
building didn't fall down, so that's a great thing.
move forward now with the approval of claims. This is for March 10th, 2025. And note these claims were also for February as well.
Yes. 'Cause
So I entertain a motion for
Make a motion to approve.
Mr. Richardson, second.
Second.
Ms. Wilson? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty, motion passes. Next would be comments from the audience. If anybody would like to approach, have any comments, please do so. If not, we'll move on. I'll be looking for a motion for adjournment next. All those,
So moved.
Kevin in here.
Kevin?
Hey, I'm already in the notes.
Okay, all right.
Or-
All right. So Kevin for a motion, second.
Second.
Lenny for a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Appreciate your time, gang. I know it was quick, but
Whoa.
it's busy.
Wasn't as quick as last month's meeting.
Oh, man.